Hello dear students, welcome back. In last video we had learned about the subject verb concord. What is subject verb concord and how the verb is agree with the subject in its number and person. The basic concept I just explained you, and this is our part 2, and today I am going to give you all 10 rules how the verb is followed by the subject. So sometimes the questions will come in this form and it is asked like find the error or omit the error in the sentence. You are going through the sentence once or twice or thrice, even though you will not find the error in the sentence because your basic concept is not clear, and that time you do not come to know about that this sentence is about the subject verb concord. So when you learn the rules, I am going to teach you in this section. So after this you will definitely find the error in sentence. So let's begin. So our concept is that a verb must agree with its subject in number and person. This is the very important concept and you should remember this concept in your mind always. So what is the meaning of number and person is that if a subject is singular, verb must be singular, and if a subject is plural, verb must be plural in a sentence. Okay. So our first rule of following the subject verb concord is that sometimes a verb is wrongly made to agree with a noun near to it instead of subject. What you students are recognizing the mistake in a sentence or error in a sentence, that is you are just recognizing a noun near to it which is near to a verb. Okay. So you are going to the noun, but you should always remember that you have to see the subject, and the position of subject is always is front, as we are following the formula like subject, verb, object. This is our simple formula of each and every sentence. So you have to keep in mind, if our subject is singular, we have to see the verb should be singular in its number. Okay. So like this kind of go through this sentence. The knowledge of many things are good. When you read this sentence once, you will not find any error in this sentence, because when you read, you are going through nearby the verb, what is a noun word given here. Okay. When you read like the knowledge of many things are good, so things is itself a plural word, so you just understand it that this verb is correct. So there is no error in this sentence, and you immediately click on no error. I found it that many of you have done like this. So don't do. Just read the sentence twice or thrice. What is the subject in this sentence? The subject is the knowledge. Knowledge is noun. This is also, you should practice of these things, that knowledge is an abstract noun. Okay. So knowledge is a noun word and it is subject in place of subject. So here knowledge is a singular subject. So here the verb R is wrongly applied. So what will be the correct sentence? The knowledge of many things is good, because we are talking about the knowledge, not about the things. Understood? Let's see another example. The idea of having many friends are nice. Okay. So what about we are talking? We are talking about this subject. Let's see the subject, whether it is singular or plural in number. Okay. So here the idea of having many friends. Immediately students are looking at nearby the verb what is given here. Here the word is given friends, and friends is the plural subject. You find it like subject and immediately you find that there is no error in this sentence, and you write there, you're writing there no error. Okay. So don't do like this, students. Just read this sentence twice or thrice and just try to find out what are the errors given in the sentence. So here our subject is the idea. The idea of having many friends is nice, not are nice. Okay. So correct sentence should be the idea of having many friends is nice, not are nice. Okay. So correct verb should be is. Here our correct verb should be is. Understood? So you should go through the subject and then apply the verb, and here like this you have to omit the error in the sentence also. तो जैसा भी आपको क्वेश्चन आता है omit the error या फिर find the error in the sentence or to correct the sentence, आपको तीनों ही तरीके से आपको जब आपको रूल पता है तो अब आप उसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. See the second rule. When two or more singular nouns are joined together by and, the verb should be plural. If two nouns join with the word and, the verb should be plural in the sentence. How it is? Just look at this example. Riya and Sia is friends. Is it the correct sentence? Find it. No, it is not correct according to rule, because two singular noun joined with the word and, conjunction and. So here verb should be plural in number according to rule. So what should be the sentence? Our sentence should be Riya and Sia are friends. Okay, this is the correct sentence. So see the another example. My father and mother likes cricket. Here you find that mother is a singular noun here. So according to this is correct one. No, it is not correct. Here we have two nouns. This singular two nouns joined with the word and, conjunction and. So here what verb should be applied? Here we have a plural verb like my father and mother like cricket. This is the correct sentence and this is the correct verb which should be applied in this sentence. Okay. So remember the second rule also. Let's see the third rule of following the subject verb concord. If the two nouns suggest only one idea or refer to the same person, this verb is put in the singular form. This is just confusing rule because it is similar to second one. In second rule we had learned that when two nouns join with and, the verb put in the sentence should be plural in number. When you become confused when you see the examples, okay, let's see this example. Bread and butter are her only food. When you read about that bread and butter, immediately you think about the second rule and you put the plural verb in the sentence and you find that the sentence is correct. Okay, but this rule is if two nouns suggest only one idea. One idea in the sense we always use the bread with butter, but two are joined, one thing only. Okay, so it is not separate. It is the same thing. When two nouns suggest the same idea, the verb should be singular in number in the sentence. Understood? So here bread and butter is not separate. It is the single thing. So that is why the verb should be applied here. Singular in number, that should be is. So what should be our sentence? Sentence should be bread and butter is her only food. This is the correct sentence. Okay. Read the sentence twice. Students, I am just requesting you just note down all the rules along with the examples so that you will not be confused in your exam. Go through the video, the lecture thoroughly from beginning to end. When you go through all the rules, you will not make mistakes in the exam. Let's see another example. My friend and advisor are gone. Here, my friend and advisor, these are not two persons. This is the singular person. My friend is only my advisor. Okay. अगर ये दोनों सेपरेट होते तो क्या होता? यहाँ पर दी लगा होता. My friend and the advisor. अगर यहाँ पर कोई आर्टिकल अलग से लगा होता, the advisor लगा हुआ होता, that means this advisor is another person. That time we will apply the plural verb. Understood? But here there is no article before the noun. That means this noun is the same as the previous one. These two nouns are the same one. So when two nouns are the same person or the same things or same such ideas, then the verb should be singular in number. I think you are getting it. So what should be the correct sentence? My friend and advisor, because my friend is only my advisor, is gone. Getting? So go through the rules. If you would like, just take a screenshot of it. I'm requesting you to note it down in your notebook and practice it. Let's see the very important rule of subject verb concord. This is our fourth rule. When two or more singular nouns are connected by either or, neither nor, this singular verb is used. How it is applied in the sentence? Let's see with example. Either you or your brother have seen him. What do you think, students? You find it that this is our plural subject. So according to it, here we have applied the verb. It is correct one. No. Here you should follow the rule like these two nouns are connected with either or. So when two nouns connected with either or, the singular verb is used. This is our rule. So what verb should apply here? In place of have, we have to apply the verb has. Either you or your brother has seen him. This is the correct sentence. Okay? So, neither he nor his friend were there. Here, when you go through the sentence once, you will find that this is the correct verb applied here. Why? Because you find it here you have two nouns. Okay? But these two nouns are connected with neither nor. So when you go through the rules, you should know that when two nouns connect with either or, neither nor, only singular verb applied in the sentence. So according to rule, what verb should be here? Neither he nor his friend was there, and this is the correct verb which we should use in the sentence. Okay, I think you understood these rules very nicely, and this was our fourth rule. Let's see the fifth one. Words joined to a singular subject by with or as well as, like this kind of verb. So the verb should be put in this sentence is singular in number. Let's see how. The king with his ministers are coming. What mistakes you students are doing? You are looking at here ministers and thinking that this verb is correct in sentence. But you should read the rules and go through it according to rule. When two nouns are conjunct with the words with or as well as, the verb should be singular in number. So according to rule, what verb should apply here? Our verb should be is in place of are. Okay? See the another example. Wool as well as cotton is imported to India. Is it correct or wrong? This is actually correct sentence. Why? Because these two nouns are connected with the word as well as. So according to rule, when two nouns connected with the words with or as well as, verb should be singular in number. Okay? So this is the correct sentence. Let's see the next rule. Rule number 6 is some nouns which are plural in its form but singular in meaning take a singular verb. How it is? We have some nouns like news, economics, politics. These all are the noun words. But these noun words are formed always in its plural form. Like new नहीं सुना हमने कभी, news होता है ये actual word, news. Economics ही actual पूरा word होता है. Politics ही अपने आप में एक पूरा word होता है, ठीक है? That means not it is plural. It is a singular in its form. And so when these words come in a sentence, we should see that our verb should be singular in number. No news is true. Sentence should be like this. Okay, this is a correct sentence. No news is true. Economics is a social science. This is also a correct sentence. Politics is a interesting subject. It is correct one. We should not write like politics are a interesting subject or politics are interesting subject. Economics are social science. No, economics is a social science. Okay, so this is our 6th rule. Just Continue with the seventh one. When a plural noun is a proper name of some single object. Read it once again. When a plural noun is a proper name of some single object, it takes a singular verb. Let's see the example. The United States has a fine traffic system. This is not the wrong sentence. This is the correct one. Because the United States is a singular noun. It is just a form of single object. तो जब इस तरह से हम यूज करते हैं किसी प्लूरल नाउन को जो सिंगल ऑब्जेक्ट्स का कॉम्बिनेशन हो, तो वहां पर हम सिंगुलर वर्ब यूज करते हैं. सो हियर वर्ब वी यूज द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स हैज अ फाइन ट्रैफिक सिस्टम. हैज वर्ब आएगा, दैट इज सिंगुलर वर्ब ऑफ परफेक्ट टेंस. सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल देखिए इसका. द पिकविक पेपर्स वॉज रिटन बाय चार्ल्स डिकन. फर्स्ट टाइम देखने में आपको लग रहा है कि ये सेंटेंस रॉन्ग है क्योंकि ये सिंगुलर वर्ब है. बट पिकविक पेपर्स, ये जो आप सब्जेक्ट देख रहे हैं, ये पूरा एक सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है. पिकविक पेपर्स, इट इज रिटन बाय चार्ल्स डिकन. ओके, इट इज वन ऑफ द बुक ऑफ चार्ल्स डिकन. तो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है पढ़ के. और ये जो कॉम्बिनेशन है पूरा ऑब्जेक्ट्स का सिंगुलर नाउन के रूप में, तो यहाँ पर हमारा सिंगुलर वर्ब अप्लाई होगा. दिस इज अबाउट अवर सेवेंथ रूल. लेट्स कंटिन्यू विद द एट्थ रूल. So our eighth rule is when a plural noun names a quantity as a whole, its verb is singular. When a plural noun names a quantity as a whole, that means जब कोई plural noun means दो या तीन nouns मिलकर के एक combination में किसी quantity को show करें, उस समय भी verb singular apply होगा. कैसे? 20,000 rupees is a large sum. यहाँ कहने को हम rupees यूज कर रहे हैं. 20,000 रुपीज. ओके, तो ये हमारा कॉम्बिनेशन है, प्लूरल नाउन है, लेकिन इसके साथ में सिंगुलर वर्ब अप्लाई होगा. तो ये रूल्स को आपको ध्यान रखना है. रूल्स के अकॉर्डिंग ही वर्ब को अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. 1,100 रुपीज इज अ लैख. 1,100 रुपीज 1,00,000 होते हैं, इसका ये मतलब है. तो इस तरह से जब हम प्लूरल नाउन्स को भी एक क्वांटिटी के रूप में देखते, तो वहां पर भी singular verb apply होता है. Let's continue with ninth rule. Our ninth rule is a collective noun may take a singular verb if it is regarded as whole, but if as an individual the verb is plural. That means जहां पर collective noun एक complete रूप में आती है, किसी ग्रुप को शो करती है, वहां पर singular verb यूज होगा. लेकिन जब वो individual यूज होती है, मीन्स कलेक्टिव नाउन कभी इंडिविजुअल रूप में यूज होती है, अपने आप में यूज होती है, तो वहां पर हम प्लूरल वर्ब यूज करते हैं. दैट मीन्स ये वाला जो रूल है ये अपोजिट की तरह यूज होगा. जब कलेक्टिव नाउन शो होती है तो वो सिंगुलर वर्ब शो करती है, और जब इंडिविजुअल शो करती है तो वो प्लूरल वर्ब को शो करती है. लेट्स लर्न विद वन एग्जांपल. द असेंबली हैज इशूड. असेंबली को इशू था. असेंबली में मतलब, असेंबली का मतलब होता है जहां पर बहुत सारे लोग इकट्ठा हों, किसी चीज पर जहां चर्चा हो रही है, उसको असेंबली बोलते हैं. असेंबली वर्ड इज टेकन एज अ होल ग्रुप. ओके, सो जहां पर हम एज अ ग्रुप यूज करेंगे कलेक्टिव नाउन को, वहां पर सिंगुलर वर्ब आएगा. तो यहाँ पर जो वर्ब है वो सिंगुलर अप्लाई होगा. द असेंबली हैज इशूड. असेंबली में इशू था. सेकेंड देखिए, सेम सेंटेंस है बट यहाँ पर वर्ब चेंज है. द असेंबली हैव इशूड. हियर असेंबली वर्ड इज अ कलेक्टिव नाउन एंड इट इज टेकन एज अ इंडिविजुअल मेंबर ऑफ. कि असेंबली के इंडिविजुअल मेंबर में किसी को इशू था, तो असेंबली हैव इशूड, असेंबली में इशू था. असेंबली को इशू था और असेंबली में इशू था, इस तरह से इसका मीनिंग जाएगा. तो जब इस तरह से सेंटेंस आता है असेंबली हैव इशूड, दैट मीन्स असेंबली में इंडिविजुअल पर्सन्स को इशू था. तो जब इंडिविजुअली कलेक्टिव नाउन इंडिविजुअली यूज होती है तो वहां पर प्लूरल वर्ब यूज होता है. जब कलेक्टिव नाउन एज अ होल लिया जाता है तो वहां पर सिंगुलर वर्ब यूज होगा. तो इस चीज का आप ध्यान रखेंगे, जब भी कलेक्टिव नाउन आ रहा है आपके सेंटेंस में तो वर्ब किस तरह से यूज हो रहा है. देखते हैं हमारा लास्ट रूल क्या है इस सब्जेक्ट वर्ब कॉनकॉर्ड का. 10th रूल. नन दो अ सिंगुलर जनरली टेक्स अ प्लूरल वर्ब. जो नन वर्ड है ये सिंगुलर है लेकिन ये प्लूरल की तरह यूज होता है, इसके साथ में प्लूरल वर्ब्स यूज होती है. तो जहां कहीं भी आपको सेंटेंस में नन वर्ड दिखाई दे तो वहां पर आप देखिए इसके जस्ट बाजू में प्लूरल वाली वर्ब आनी चाहिए. अगर सिंगुलर वर्ब है दैट मींस सेंटेंस इज रॉन्ग. लेट्स सी द एग्जांपल. None are so smart as to solve it. None के साथ में प्लूरल वर्ब लगेगी. None are so smart as to solve it. एक और देखिए. None do so much favor for him. किसी ने उसका बहुत ज्यादा फेवर नहीं किया. देखिए ये जो do है ये हमारी प्लूरल वर्ब है. तो यहाँ पर none के साथ में प्लूरल वर्ब लगी. तो जहां कहीं भी आपको सेंटेंस में none वर्ब दिखाई दे, none का मतलब एक सिंगुलर पर्सन से होता है, लेकिन none के साथ हमेशा प्लूरल वर्ब लगती है. So that's all for this video. आज मैंने आप लोगों को सारे important rules बताए हैं. These rules are very useful for your competitive exams also. So students, go through all the rules. You make your own notes and find out the examples. We will meet in next video. Till then, keep practicing and have fun. Bye bye.